Diaspora Gist, a weekly series hosted by my sister and myself. My name is Ayo Shunriade, and this is Onyekanki Made.
And in this web series, we're going to talk about the African journey from the country of origin where we were born and whatever country or continent you live in now currently. We're going to talk about issues, different things. You know, there'll be no red lines. We'll talk about parenting, communication,
migration issues, relationship issues,
everything.
Religion, every little
we
thing.
just talk gist about everything.
And I'm going to find out that the difference between my sister and I, the fact that she lives in the US and I live in the UK, and for some reason I just don't. It was supposed to be the other way around, but we kind of ended up in different places.
It's so true, because I always tease my brother and call him that he's very radical, while me, I'm the diplomatic one. And I always thought that I would go to the UK.
Now I've gone to the US.
Biggie. It's Biggie. That's why he liked the US. Biggie and Tupac.
There's a real reason why I didn't come to the US. Well, I'm going to get into that. I think the first thing we have to do is give the definition of diaspora. And the definition has to be, you guys choose, but I think I would prefer the English definition of diaspora. But I'll let you
So
know.
what do we speak? Is it not the same English we speak here in America? What
American English? You guys, I'm not.
Can you imagine? You come to my home and harass me on my English. I've not seen that kind of thing before.
What is the definition of diaspora?
What do you mean? You know, but me, I'm smart. I went to the dictionary.
Which
or
dictionary?
The internet, actually. When was the last time you said dictionary?
I have the Collins dictionary.
Oh.
So, definition of diaspora.
Let us look at the definition according to the internet. A diaspora is a large group of people with a similar heritage or homeland who have since moved out to places all over the world.
According to my own English dictionary,
Here we go again.
we have the Caribbean version. The descendants of sub-Saharan African peoples living anywhere else in the Western Hemisphere. Now, that's not entirely the only definition of diaspora, to be honest with you, but you also have the definition of where they say a dispersion or spreading of people originally belonging to one nation or having a common culture.
So in other words, they born you in one country and you move to another country and you're living there.
Yes.
Period.
Yeah.
See?
So diaspora, and then you carry diaspora again. Oh, that's the beauty about it.
So the diaspora will be what?
Someone like you going back to Nigeria now. Let's stick to just the diaspora.
It's true. So you can be a diaspora that moved from your original country. You live in a country right now. Maybe you've lived there for many years, 10, 15, 20, and then you re-diasporize.
Yes.
Back to another country or your country of origin.
It doesn't matter.
So if you decide to come and live in America, which is your dream,
No. That stopped. That dream went when Tupac and
It's a lie. He did not pass his exam.
Which exams?
Ask him. Did you pass your exams?
Which of the exams?
So do you fail more than one exam?
One of them I failed.
Hey, you see, we are talking.
Yeah, but there was a reason why I failed.
Why did you fail the exam?
I was coming to America.
Uh-huh.
I was going to do my medical exam, so I could come and practice in America. I was already practicing.
So you failed the American exam?
Yes, but the reason why I failed was what?
Why?
Somebody shot Biggie, Notorious B.I.G.
Please.
And I started crying.
Help me ask him. Does Biggie know him? Did he contribute to his education? Is he paying him? Why would you fail exam?
Why would you shoot such an amazing talent? That means you want to shoot me too when I come to this country.
That's why you failed your exam.
Yes.
And you are proud of it.
It was a consequence. It was a consequence. So we are not going to, and stop reminding me that I failed this exam.
Okay, I won't say that you failed the exam again.
It was a difficult time, difficult period. Can you imagine? I actually got on the plane and said I was coming to America to just go to Biggie's funeral.
Instead of me to send the money to tell him to come and do vacation, you use it to come and go to Biggie's. Let us leave that matter for another thing. But you know what? People relocate to different places, not just coming to America or Europe. You can relocate from an African country to another one. So you can be relocating anywhere, really.
But I think the most important thing that we have to look at is, why do people really relocate? I think a lot of it is economic, as far as I'm concerned.
Why did you relocate?
Economic.
But I thought I just didn't want to practice medicine in Nigeria because of some people's shoes.
That's another different reason why I never wanted to practice in Nigeria. But the truth about it is that medical school in Nigeria taught me something that medicine was not really for me at that time. But the funny thing was I still migrated and I still did medicine.
That's the funny thing.
I still practice medicine, but that's because I had no choice, because there was such a culture shock when I got into the UK that I couldn't imagine. I mean, if I think about it, my first experience of being here being in the UK at the time when I arrived, which was actually my second experience, though, because I had already done A-levels. I had already done A-levels prior to that.
But then you didn't have to live on your own. So your parents supplied all the things, your finances, and you just focused on doing your education.
Absolutely. And then when I got to the second time when I came back, immediately after my medical school, you cannot imagine the first problem I had.
What?
Queuing up.
How can you not have a problem with queuing up? That doesn't make any sense.
Which you people in the US, you people call it line up. In America, first thing I realized, I can never forget. There was the till, and there was
till. What's till?
Sorry, the
checkout counter.
Yes, whatever you call it.
Grammar when you don't need to use it.
This is UK.
Check register.
We taught you people English. Let's stick to. Look, I will not do this thing with you again, no. Because you are just listen to me. I'm older than you now. Why we decide?
Yeah.
So anyway, we are the till. My first encounter at the till.
Checkout counter.
We were supposed to buy something, and I saw one long queue, and I was wondering, why is everybody queuing up? Can't they just? To me, I just came out of the back of the queue. I just started walking to the front of the queue.
Wait. Why did you ask them? Why are you queuing up?
It didn't even occur to me. It didn't occur to me. The first thing I just thought that these foolish people, they're queuing up. What are they queuing up? I just went to but the shock on their faces.
Could not allow them to say anything.
That I even walked in.
And you were very confident. You were just bouncing there.
After pain. While I was paying, I started feeling uncomfortable. I started thinking to myself,
your eyes were boring into you.
There's something not quite right here. So when I was looking out, so one old man said to me that, do you realize there's a queue? So I looked at him, I said,
Queue?
What's that? What's the queue? Where's the queue? The guy said, we were all waiting for the queue.
Ooh.
I said, okay, I'm sorry that I thought somebody was just slowing down and blah, blah, blah. So when I was walking, I felt so conscious of myself. It started to make an impact on me that there are things that I brought from a different culture that was going to...
Different.
Yeah, that was going to... And that to me was very significant. I always think about it, that because every time I went back to Nigeria, or I still go back to Nigeria, I still see, right now it's a little better, but then you see everybody just
trying to hustle
and not queuing up, and everybody...
And if they are queuing up, they think, what's wrong?
Not only that, if you are doing well, you don't queue up.
Yeah, that's true.
If you are a big man, you don't queue up.
You have the privilege.
If you think about me, I wasn't a big man then, but I don't know why I thought... Which is another problem that we have as Nigerians. Whenever we go to anywhere, the shock that we're not big men really messes us up. But that was my first experience. What about yours?
I always wanted to travel, because I remember growing up, he did his A-level, so we'll go drop him at the airport, and I was fascinated. The electric doors, you enter the lit departure, arrival, the AC.
Where are you talking about?
Muritala Mohammed.
No.
Leave that one. The AC. You enter like zoo. You will step in, step out. You feel like a very powerful person anyway. So I used to say, one day I'll travel. So thank God that my husband, smart girl like me, I picked husband that had dreams of, practicing outside of the country.
So you calculated that from...
Actually, I did not, but God saw the desires, the intent
of Americans, everything is calculation. I mean, she's a pseudo-traditional African, I'm sorry, pseudo-African American.
Can't even speak the
English. Pseudo, but be talking.
Anyway, so eventually, I got married and I traveled. If you see me when I was traveling, I was so happy. I put all my documents in one bag. That bag did not leave. I didn't even go to the bathroom in the plane. I'm like, this is my life.
And imagine you are leaving Nigeria and the first place you are going to was New York. First place.
And you'll be watching all these movies.
The home of Biggie.
Biggie.
From Brooklyn.
What the Biggie? Actually, we stayed in Brooklyn.
Exactly, see?
When I got in,
so I knew where you are going to stay before you went there with your husband. Brooklyn.
But funny enough though, when I landed in America, I was very happy. Like, yes, finally. That was my third time being in an airplane. I'd done some local flights. But there was snow, and that was okay. Snow is okay. But I just noticed that all the buildings were brown. I was like, what? Brown buildings, what's up? Bro, and it didn't look sharp. You look at all these movies, you look at Manhattan has skyscraper, but we're living in Brooklyn. Brooklyn is, more, have more of the older homes, it's not the commercial district. So it's like, problem, it's okay, in America, it does not matter. So, well, that was my experience. But I remember my husband, Kai. He wanted to let me know that welcome to America. So we're going on the metro or the subway.
The metro? Yeah,
subway, the train.
Tube, we call it.
Tube. And we get on the train. So Nigeria now.
You know a lot about all this before
Nigeria now, you try to feel, just I watch them. This is how they do it. My husband said, I take you to go. He was waiting behind me, so I was feeling like a G.
You had the card?
I had the card. They said, you're supposed to swipe the card and move. Everybody was doing ching. Me too, I was like feeling like a superstar, and I just went and I moved.
Welcome to America.
The thing did not move. I looked left, I looked right, and I didn't see my husband. I got do it. I just said something, do it again, and I moved. The stone style.
It didn't move.
You know what my husband told me? Welcome to America. That did it for me. If you see the east from here to Lagos, like what? So I can never forget that experience. Well, I think he was ready. He was planning it for me that he must experience this thing.
But what expectations did you have when you were actually thinking of relocating? Because obviously he was here. I mean, I know my own. I had no expectations, to be honest with you. I just wanted to get out of that country. In fact, that is the biggest problem. I should have had expectations. Because life would have been much easier. I had no expectations. But when I got on the plane was when I realized that what am I going to do? Even though I had no expectations. So what were your expectations?
I mean, I'd actually planned. I looked at everything. I planned ahead. When I get to America, I'll do my licensing exams. I'll look for a job and all that. So yeah, it wasn't that bad. So yeah, I had plans. I think to me it was all good.
The expectation. As soon as I got to London, I first went to my ex-girlfriend's house. That's where I went to stay. That was the first. That was not. In fact, when I think about it, I had expectations, but I wasn't really thinking about it because even though I've been going back and forth, a lot of people especially when they come to the West, the first thing they think about is when you are moving, you hear about all these people that live in council homes and they were supposed to be free. You're coming from.
It was a good thing. Like, living in council home, it was good.
Social benefits. You can get your gyro, which is the social benefit, which means it's free money. So you think of all those things.
And the free money, so you cannot establish yourself.
Easy jobs. You won't be there until you get in. And then first of all, I went to where I was living was my ex-girlfriend,
her family,
who eventually I knew I wasn't going to marry. So I had to get out of there very quickly. And she was such a nice.
Yes, I agree.
You remember?
Yeah.
But I had to get out of there because otherwise it would have been a problem. So. But then I was going to move to another place which was in a council estate. Oh my God. I only spent one night there.
Why?
The cockroaches and the rats I saw around.
But we have rats and cockroaches in Nigeria.
No. When that's in Nigeria, you expect it. In London, I never thought I was ever going to see a cockroach.
In fact, it did not occur to me at
all. Those are the things, that's the reality that people must know. That there is cockroach and rat in
everywhere in the world.
And some of these ones are even bigger. I saw cockroach and I in the room. And this cockroach. It has, because it's cold. They don't move fast. In Nigeria, just want to just go. They're just diving. This one will just look at me. I'm looking at it. You'll be looking at me. Cockroach. As I didn't sleep, so I just said the next day. I said, Uncle, I have one friend. In this day, he said I should come and stay with him. I said no. First thing I was thinking of was that if there is cockroach in the bedroom here, the cockroach in the kitchen. I cannot. Cockroach that in Lagos, and unfortunately there is no insecticide or fleet as we call it, because at least in Lagos, you kill them. This one I didn't see any. I thought that in this London, I'm seeing cockroach, rats like this. This cannot be London. I can't leave Lagos and come and see. No.
We had, but when we moved to New York, we had that, but it wasn't that bad. In the buildings, they were controlled and all that. But for me, what really shocked me though was things didn't go as fast as I thought it would go.
Okay.
So I done all the planning. In fact, I had a job waiting for me. So I thought it was in another state, but I had planned everything, but it did take time.
Yeah.
So that was a little surprise.
Yeah.
Well, but I think I was still kind of happy because I was newly married. I was like, okay, we'll make it work.
Yeah, you didn't have any problems because you came into that situation. We had to come and we had to fend. I remember that another shock that I had was the fact that you hear about people that come in and you say that they work in different kinds of jobs.
Yeah.
The truth about it is that there was those jobs that that a lot of us took on. I coming from medical field, I knew I wasn't going to do any of those crazy jobs that people were talking about. But I still ended up being a healthcare assistant.
And I think that's the other thing I learned, that here, people take up jobs, any job, as far as it provides them with the income to do what they have to do. But to them, it's a means, how do they say that grammar?
A means to an end. Yes.
It's a means to an end.
Yeah, I went to school. You didn't go to school. You went to online school, correspondence. I went to proper school.
What school did you go to in Lagos?
Igbobi College.
I won't say
you won't know anything about that. Where is your vice president from? Where is the person that in Nigeria?
My vice president, Pence.
Oh, see, I knew I set myself up. What a stupid.
I'm American. We're smart. But it's just those expectations. Sometimes we have to take those jobs. I didn't take that job. I was not, because I went to my husband and he, so I had food, I had shelter. But I had no people that personally flipped burgers. Doctors that flipped burgers. I mean, engineers that did all sorts. Them was just, I need something to live now.
Yeah.
So that I can become who I want to be. And there's nothing bad in that. Living in America for so many years now, it's the norm for everyone. And I think because we come from a culture where we don't really work like that, we look down on it and like, how can I be doing this kind of job? They're not doing it. They actually did it and they started everything.
Well, the funny thing about it is that I think that's not entirely correct. I think because we came from a middle class background in Nigeria, we didn't have to work in the summers and that because other people that don't come from that background look at it from a different perspective, and they are ready to work as soon as they get here. They plan. No,
but even here, you see middle upper class people having jobs in their teenage years.
Yeah,
they're used to working, and they do not look down on certain jobs.
Yeah.
To them, I mean, it's not their best job, but it's a means. What do you call it again?
To an end.
To an end. It's a means to an end.
It's an English phrase.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. So. To me,
don't worry. I will still keep teaching you. Look, this series, a lot of this particular series, I decided I was going to do it to you just for you to improve your English. This whole thing is also for you to improve your English and become a better African American.
Nigerian American. Point of correction. Nigerian African American.
There's nothing like that.
Whatever. I coined it. I'm allowed. We have freedom of what, press, religion, freedom of speech. We can coin everything we want. But really, I think just bringing out the voice of reasoning, and what we just want to get you to get out of this is that you need to plan.
Yeah. By the way, what just let me explain this. Every episode we have, we're going to have a voice of reasoning. The voice of reasoning is just to be able to tell you what we can take out of this
and the voice of reasoning
and help. She wants to be the voice of reasoning. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. But I want you people to be able to send messages to us asking who provides the best voice of reasoning at the end of each episode. So right now, let me hear this woman from that says she's American.
Nigerian, African, American.
So what is your voice of reasoning if you have one?
You just need to plan. You need to plan. And the truth is, even with your plans, they will never go as smoothly as you thought they would go, because there are circumstances that you're not aware of when you're relocated into a new place.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, and even in America here, we do a lot of relocation from state to state.
Yeah.
And there are some things you won't even know about the state, because each state is kind of autonomous in some of their rules, depending on what you want to do. So it's important that you plan and you give room for when things don't go as it should be, but making up your mind that no matter what,
and I think
come up.
I think that is probably the most important thing. A lot of us do not do enough research. Sometimes you may not have the opportunity to do those research.
You may not know what you don't know.
Yeah, but there's enough information now to be able to understand what you want to do. It's not enough to say you just want to move or you want to relocate. You have to have an understanding of the culture, of the things, as much as even the weather. Things that, it doesn't matter what it is. Things that you know that definitely and you have to know that your first 1 year is going to be
hustling.
Definitely difficult.
You
you have to be able to take wherever you're coming from. There's nothing about being. A lot of people have this misconception about becoming a second-class citizen when you relocate, because that's what it is all about. No, people of middle-class background in this place will do it. I've probably done exactly the stuff that
earlier.
Exactly that you are just coming to experience.
Even with the upper class, they set up their kids to make use of opportunities to reach out from when they're very young. So the things we're starting off with when we relocate, they already started like years ago. So we need to do what they do to achieve the goals we want to. So plan ahead.
Plan ahead, and also
be ready to be flexible, because sometimes those plans won't be,
Yeah, and you also have to know that your determination of you have to figure out whether you are going to be staying there very quickly when you get there or not. And the reason why is very simple. You can end up staying for as long as you want, but if you don't make that determination, your decisions that you're going to make will be affected. So even though you end up staying for life, but because you hadn't made that quick determination about the fact that, am I going to be staying here? Is this going to be my home? It will definitely. I always give this example about the Ugandan engineers that came from Uganda. They did so well in the UK because they had made sure that was going to be their home. So even though they go back and forth from other places, it did to back to their India or whatever, but they did so well. And with that said, that is probably the end of this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. And
contact us, leave a comment. Get to all our social handles. I'm sure it will be up now. And tell us, what was your experience when you relocated? Was it as easy as you thought it was, or was it worse? Was it better? Let us know. Let's keep the discussion going online. And we'll see you in the next episode.
Yeah, and just make sure that you know that you're not you're Nigerian, American, or African American. And see you sometime.
Whatever. And please subscribe and press the bell icon so that you would know when we upload new content. We look forward to seeing you in other episodes. Thank you.
Thank you.